Hi, my name is Mary. Today FM plays the best music in Lambasa. Today FM rocks.
My name is Thomas. I'm here in Nakasi and I like to listen to Today FM because it rocks.
My name is Milenia. Today FM rocks here in Singatoka.
My name is Alfriti and Today FM rocks here in Tavua.
My name is Mary Jane. I love listening to Today FM here in Ba. Today FM rocks.
My name is Ilaiti Ambal and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks here in Osur.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news tonight, $20 million worth of beach demur confiscated. FCCC to continue their investigations next week. And around 50,000 families assisted under the Homes Care Initiative.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Amrita Sagar.
About 30 tons of beach demur worth $20 million was confiscated by the Fisheries Ministry from a seafood company in Lambasa earlier this year. The ministry confirms this was the same company whose processing facility in Suva was raided last year, where undersized beach demur along with other species of banned fish that were confiscated. Kelly Vidala reports the ministry is now working on legal processes to prosecute the owner.
The Fisheries Ministry conducted one of the biggest raids of the year, where not only tons of beach demur were confiscated but other banned fish species as well.
We were able to confiscate 30 tons of dried sea cucumber. These were in its dried form, and we were also able to confiscate other fresh sea cucumber that were seen in the facility, and these were the ones that were just purchased on the day the confiscation occurred. About around $20 million. But this can easily increase when it is actually sold in the export market.
The ministry officials kept an eye on the company's facility in Lambasa with the help of police for 3 days before the actual raid was conducted.
The operator, which was basically the same operator that had his facility raided in Votuanga, thought that the government was going to lift the ban. But we confirmed with him that this ban would probably go for another 4 years or 5 years.
Minister responsible Semikorila Visau says they are thankful to the public who are helping make this raid successful by giving tip-offs.
The legal procedures and processes now is going through the court for it to be prosecuted. Actually, working in coordination with other line ministries.
The ministry says spot fines for any entity carrying out this illegal activity is $20,000. But if it's taken to court for not paying the required amount, they might be pressed with a higher fine and even a prison term. Kelly Vatala, FBC News.
Ratu Epenisa, Seru Thakambau and others have been released by police after they were held in custody overnight. This has been confirmed by Police Commissioner Brigadier General Sitiveningilho. FBC News was reliably informed that Ratu Epenisa is back on the island of Bau, celebrating with friends, families and relatives despite the circumstances. A Thanksgiving church service will also be conducted tomorrow at the Ratu Thakambau Church in Bau. Ratu Epenisa's brother, Ratu Chaseva Delua Thakambau and Ratu Tanoa Visawanga Thakambau came all the way from the United States to also support their elder brother. Meanwhile, Ratu Epenisa was supposed to be installed as the Vunivalu of Bau on the island yesterday. However, the NLC instructed police to stop it after they received a letter from Ratu Chochi Kandavulevu Thakambau disputing the installation. The Fijian Competition and Consumer Commission will continue their investigations on traders even after the Homes and Farm Care Initiative ends on the 31st of next month. Chief Executive Joel Abraham says they will begin with their second round of investigations next week in the Western Division. Anna Ravula reports.
After 4 traders have been charged under the Homes and Farm Care Initiative, the FCCC says that more could be charged in the second round.
And the second round is basically to do with price hikes. There's been complaints just out of Tavua just a while ago that there's this particular furniture shop that is putting up prices. So when compared to last week, the prices have actually gone up. That still needs further investigation because we need to check whether that is correct or not.
Abraham says they're not taking people to court for the sake of it, as justice needs to prevail.
The team is working around the clock to ensure that we are able to remedy the situation now. So we are trying to actually proactively look at some of these issues so that even if the transaction has not happened, we are able to correct some of these issues.
The FCCC is adamant that those taking advantage of the initiative will be caught sooner or later. Anna Ravulo, FBC News.
Approximately 50,000 families have been assisted so far under the Homes Care Initiative. Permanent Secretary for the Ministry of Social Welfare, Dr. Josefa Korevueta, says they continue to carry out consultations in the Western Division this week, assisting Fijians in Raki as part of the second visit. Meanwhile, the PS is urging Fijians that do not qualify for the assistance to refrain from applying, with penalties as high as $20,000 and up to 10 years in prison or both.
Well, over 50 million has been spent on the program. And certainly will change after today. And this is around about 48,000 families have been assisted as well under the home care.
180 complaints have been lodged at the Fiji National Provident Fund so far this year by members whose FNPF contributions haven't been paid into their accounts. FNPF Manager Contribution Collection Compliance, Ratupeni Ngonelevu, says this is very worrying. Ngonelevu says this is not allowed as it's compulsory for all employers in the country to deduct their workers' FNPF contributions. He says that $7.2 million is still owed to the fund in terms of deductions for the past 11 months.
Because when they come through a complaint, it's a proof. You have to prove that he's worked there and whether the deduction is correct. But when they're operating, when you catch them up front, they're operating, not deducted, they're willing to pay. Because there's something that's, no, they wanted to comply with the law of the land, rather than being embarrassed to go through the process of court and all this.
Still to come, Council CEO adamant Nandi will be declared a city. And $20 million has been invested in the MSME sector. Stay with us.
Bulla, neva ngo malakai leloma ngo ngai nakas ondo magrong nam Bulla FM namban dua ena sere.
Hoya ubasit sai lambasa ya ondo talita ina warong nam Bulla FM namban dua ena sere.
Gua do tumeli ako na tao no hinga toka. Talita kina na warong nam Bulla FM namban dua ena sere.
Wana tuma nam Bulla FM namban dua ena sere nawaluan.
Na vengo fane na tao ngo singa toka. Kita ondo talita kana Bulla FM namban dua ena sere.
Bulla FM namban dua ena sere.
The National Meningococcal Immunization Program has to date immunized over 80,000 children aged 1 to 19 years across the Central Division and the Ra Subdivision. The Ministry's immunization team has achieved 100% visitations to all schools in the Ra Subdivision and 89% visitations to schools in the Central Division. The Mensi Immunization Program aims to immunize all children and teenagers free of cost and is being delivered at schools, kindergartens, health centres and nursing stations across Fiji. The next shipment will have 200,000 doses. The immunisation campaign will be rolled out in the Eastern, Northern and the Western Division in the coming months. Plans to declare Nandi town a city this year is still in place. This was revealed last night during the launching of the 2018 Bulla Festival. The Nandi Town Council is adamant this is the year Nandi will be declared a city.
If you ask me when Nandi will be a city, I came here in 2016 and I'll still say the same thing. It will happen this year. So I said it in 2016, I said it in 2017, and don't be surprised, I'm saying it again. It'll happen this year.
Many cancer patients prefer the comfort of their own homes when battling with the disease. While home care may be emotionally worthwhile for patients, it can be physically and mentally challenging for family and friends. Catherine Krishna spoke with Sainimili Nasilasila, who cared for her late father, Esala Rasovo, after he was diagnosed with cancer.
64-year-old Esala Rasova was diagnosed with throat cancer in January and he lost his battle 5 months later.
Because it's hard enough for the patient themselves to be experiencing it, it's much harder being the person who has to sit there, stand there and watch them go through it.
Nasila Sila says she had to put aside her emotions to ensure her father felt the same way as before being diagnosed with cancer.
Every decision that was made for him in every part of his care, we included his input. We didn't just take over everything about him because they themselves have their own dignity to keep.
Meanwhile, other survivors who are battling with cancer say people should never give up.
Take care of yourself by just being positive and being happy and just do the things you normally do.
I'd like to give one advice to other women out there is to get a pap smear test. It's very vital.
I'm a survivor, and what's happening to you right now happened to me years back. If I can survive, you can survive too.
The Cancer Society is also working with the Health Ministry to provide cancer screening in the different divisions. The society provided assistance to over 900 patients battling with the killer disease last year. Catherine Krishna, FBC News.
$20 million has been invested into the micro, small, medium enterprises sector in the first half of this year. Industry Minister Fayaz Koya says this investment is not only crucial for the economy, but also to create entrepreneurs who can make financially sound decisions. Kritika Kumar reports.
Minister Fayaz Koya says the MSMEs is one of the major focus for the government, hence they will continue to inject funds into it.
The Indian government is committed to ensuring that our MSMEs are given the due support. Initiatives such as the MSBG, amongst others, best targets and recognizes the grassroots communities with special skill sets.
The grant assistance of up to $1,000 to each recipient generates a high rate of employment opportunities.
The Fijian government, as you've heard, has put in place a whole host of initiatives that aim to support the MSME sector. And this is, of course, embodied in our 5-year and 20-year National Development Plan.
Meanwhile, other countries, including India, has vowed its support towards the sector by providing approximately $10 million. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
Fiji National University aims to establish a standardized international level of business conduct across all companies in Fiji. Through the university's Fiji Business Excellence Awards in the last 19 years, over 70 companies have complied with the international levels and now hold accreditation. Rachel Nath reports.
Imagine the business standards of an established organization being carried out by a market vendor. That is the aim of the Excellence Awards.
It's just for the organization to actually benchmark against best practices. And when you actually apply for the first level, that is achievement, you're getting to a certain points that you need to be recognized. And once you do get recognized, on the first level, then you move on to the next level. There is 4 levels.
The Fiji Business Excellence Awards takes its cue from the Ballbridge Business Excellence, which has a wide range of criteria.
The workforce, how they use information management, their processes, operations.
Over the week, American examiner Paul Still was in the country training 150 national evaluators.
The same capability that I have, downsized or miniature version, the capabilities of the evaluators here in Fiji is the same.
After all the applications are submitted, the evaluators will conduct a survey to identify which company makes the cut, following which the Fiji Business Excellence Awards will be held in November. Rachel Nath, FBC News.
The 2018 Bulla Festival was officially launched at the Nandi Bay Hotel last night. This is also a chance to show invited guests the Queens and the King contestants. Felipe Naikaso has more.
The message for the contestants of the Bulla Festival was clear, and that is to always hold their heads up high despite criticism.
All these ladies, and especially the King contestants, each individual lady is unique and special in her own way. Standing up there, she has a message to portray, to give to other young girls who would like to also stand on this platform.
Tough work is ahead for the Kings and Queens, but they were also reminded to have fun at the same time.
Once you get involved in the festival, you have great enjoyment, you make great friendships, and you continue to grow.
I would say it's not easy. It's not all about the beauty, the hair, the makeup. It's about what's in their hearts and what they would like to show to the whole of Nandi.
The Bulla Festival will be held from the 14th to the 21st of next month. Felipe Naikaso, FBC News.
And in sports, Baber names his squad for Paris tournament. And Silver Women's Club crowned bowling champions. This and more coming up.
Lola, I am Eleanor. For the best classic hits, I only listen to Gold FM here in Singapore. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Seni Rawa. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Dino. I'm from Outrigger, Coral Coast, Singapore. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Salote. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bulla, my name is Marida. Gold FM plays the best classics here in Outrigger, Singapore.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
France-based Semi Kunatani has been named in the final 13-member Fiji Airways team for the Paris tournament, which begins tonight. Coach Gareth Baber says their aim is not only to take the Paris title, but the World Series title as well. The squad also includes captain Jerry Tuwai, Chasavere Malua, Eroni Sao, Aminoni Nasilasila. Winger Alosira Nduva has made his way into the side, while Sevuloni Modena-Dangi is the 13th man. Fiji plays Samoa in their first pool match at 8:50 tonight, then meets Kenya at 11:46 p.m. before playing against New Zealand in its final pool match at 5:15 a.m. tomorrow. The Fiji Airways Flying Fijian side made their winning start after defeating Samoa 24 points to 22 in the Pacific Nations Cup today at Suva's ANZ Stadium. Fiji's try came from Kini Murumurivalu, Ben Volavola, Henry Seniloli, while Vereniki Ngoneva scored the only try in the second half. Despite the win, Fiji was given 3 yellow cards from Chale Vatumbua, Captain Akapusingera and debutant Eroni Maui. Meanwhile, in another match, Georgia edged Tonga 16-15. The Fiji Airways Fijiana team is through to the quarterfinals of the Paris tournament after defeating Russia 20 points to 12 in their last pool match. The Fijiana side takes on Australia in the third Cup quarterfinal at 2:30 a.m. tomorrow. And in other pool matches, the Fijianas lost to Canada 12-21 and were defeated by Australia 24-10. In the other quarterfinal matches, New Zealand meets Spain, Canada plays USA, while France takes on England. The Fiji swimming team had their assembly today at Suva's Aquatic Centre in preparation for the Oceania Championship later this month in Papua New Guinea. A total of 22 swimmers have been selected for the competition. Head coach Sharon Pickering says the side has been preparing for the past few months and are ready to take the challenge competing against top swimmers. Meanwhile, Epeli Rambua and Cheyenne Rover will captain the side.
It's one of our biggest teams that we'll be taking away. We're very fortunate to be able to do that. Papua New Guinea, it's going to be really exciting to go back there. We were there for the Pacific Games and they've got a fantastic facility. A lot of fast times were swum there.
The Silver Women's Club has been crowned the champions of the South Pacific Bowling Carnival in the Fours event, which was held at Suva's Bowling Club today. The side defeated Vatukola 23 points to 8 in the final. The Suva side had Fiji's top bowler, Litia Tikoi Suva, Sai Walker, Losalini Tukai and Miriani Thagard. Meanwhile, in the men's division, the Tamavua side defeated Ritesh Lal's team with 15 points to 12.
Yes, it is a team effort and they played very well, and I must congratulate them because they did wonders.
Penrith Panthers halfback Nathan Cleary has sealed a stunning come-from-behind victory as they retain their place at the top of the ladder by beating Canberra Raiders 23 points to 22 last night. The Rabbitohs defeated Titans 18 points to 16 in the round 14 of the NRL match last night. It's the fourth time this year Canberra has led in the final 10 minutes, only to walk away without the two competitions. In today's weather, a trough of low pressure is still slow-moving just to the southwest of Fiji. Meanwhile, an embedded low-pressure system along the trough is expected to drift southeast and pass just to the southwest of Viti Levu. Associated cloud and showers is expected to affect the group till tomorrow. Taking a look at the west, mostly cloudy and humid. The day began with rain and it's likely to rain again later tonight. Eastwards from Pacific Harbour to Suva, mostly cloudy with brief showers at intervals. And up north, cloudy conditions prevailed as well, but temperatures were at a high at 32 degrees in Lambasa. At sea, east to northeast winds 20 to 25 knots, gusting to 30 knots. Winds turning and becoming northerly later today, rough to very rough seas and moderate southerly swells. For the tides, high tide is at 8:25 p.m. with a low tide at 3:01 tomorrow morning. Sunrise will be at 6:36. As for tomorrow, rain, heavy at times and possible thunderstorms over most places. And looking further on to Monday, it will be fine apart from brief showers. Recapping the main stories, $20 million worth of beach timber confiscated. FCCC to continue their investigations next week. And around 50,000 families assisted under the Homes Care Initiative. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. To our poll question segment. This week, we're asking, do you think more should be done to develop the Fijian fashion industry? Visit our FBC website to answer. You can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via our Facebook page FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or simply hashtag FBC News. And that was your FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, have a safe and enjoyable night. Bye for now.
Hi, I'm Jyotishma. I'm from Singatoka. I love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM is #1.
I'm Charlene Robert. Mirchi FM rocks in Lambasa.
I'm Soname Nasori Jackson. Mirchi FM is hot.
My name is Raymond Dutt. I'm in Baba Singh Alliance. Mirchi FM is hot in Lambasa.
I'm Pritika from Jax Nasori. I love listening to Mirchi FM here in Nasori. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.